Morning, peeps. Good morning, people. Good night of boxing, right? Very good night of boxing. All right. Where should we start? All right. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press that subscribe button, please. Don't forget to like and share the vids as well. Thank you to everyone that is doing that. All right, people. This isn't gonna drop. We're okay. I get so many messages from people saying they're nervous about this balancing of my coffee cup on the side. We're okay. I think maybe the camera makes this bit look really small, but it isn't. It's actually quite wide, so we're okay. We're not going to get a stool. I know people are saying, Ade, get a stool, or people are going to chip in to buy me a stool. Feel free to buy me a stool. You want to buy me a stool, buy me a stool, but we're okay, people. You know where we should start? I was going to make a separate video about this, but let's just make this a very long Today in Boxing. Let's start with Deontay. I'm going to have to timestamp this video. I haven't timestamped for a while. Let's start with Deontay Wilder. I've been saying for a while, where is Deontay Wilder? What's happening? He isn't saying anything, blah, blah, blah. Deontay Wilder made a video that he put up on his Instagram yesterday, and I don't know what to make of it. I really like Deontay Wilder a lot, but I don't know what to make of that video. If I didn't like him a lot, I would say he's lost the plot. That's what I would say. I'd say he's lost the plot. I'd say it's all gone wrong and someone close to him should check in on him. But because I like him a lot, I've tried to kind of break down what he said. So let's just get the obvious ones out of the way first. He's accused Tyson Fury of cheating. Now, a lot of people jumped on this Glovegate bandwagon after the fight because Tyson Fury's glove looked a bit floppy. And a lot of people made videos about it. Quite a few people, in fact. A few boxing people shot those ideas and those notions down, so it kind of went quiet again. And now Deontay Wilder's brought it back up to the fore, where he's accused Tyson Fury of tampering with his glove. He's accused Tyson Fury of having something in his glove. He says that's what sort of caused the damage that he's now got on the side of his face, the bleeding from the ear. So he's basically accused Tyson Fury of cheating in that fight. Make of that what you will. I don't know. Right, I wasn't getting punched in the face, nor were you. The glove did look a bit floppy, but then I've seen hundreds of people with those kind of floppy gloves. I don't know what causes it. If someone knows, feel free to let me know. So he's accused Tyson Fury of cheating. He's also, and this was quite interesting, because a lot of people were saying, oh, AJ's ducking Wilder, and Eddie Hearn never sent an offer to Wilder. He clearly mentioned that he took less money to fight Tyson Fury because AJ and Eddie Hearn and DAZN offered a lot more money. So there you have it. There was an offer. AJ put more money on the table for him to fight Wilder. Fact. You heard it right there. So maybe AJ and Eddie Hearn deserve some apologies, because it has been a lot of AJ's ducking Wilder. There was no offer. Your boy said it. The biggest one for me, and look, there were loads. Go and watch it. But the biggest one for me was he accused Breland, his trainer, of a few things, right? First of all, he was very, very angry and accused him of almost being disloyal for stopping the fight. But he also accused him of tampering with the water. Like, he said he felt like his water was tampered with, and basically accused Breland of that. I mean, jeez. Like, bloody hell. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with Deontay Wilder right now. I'm not sure. I really am not sure. Look, sometimes when you're an unbeaten fighter and you lose, and you don't think you're ever going to lose, and Deontay Wilder's very much like that, you kind of have to find reasons as to why you lost, right? And Deontay Wilder's found a few reasons as to why he's lost now. Obviously, there was a suit talk, right? And the legs being a bit weak. We all heard that one. Now it's a case of water was being tampered with. Maybe Breland being involved somehow in that, some sort of conspiracy theory. Tyson Fury cheating with Glovegate. There was also a talk about Tyson Fury cheating because of Tyson Fury's previous issues with performance-enhancing drugs. So there's a lot. It's too much. It's too much. I don't know what happens with Wilder here. He obviously seems to want the fight, right? He wants the third fight. I don't know. I don't know, man. I just don't know. Right now, I think we will not see a Tyson Fury, what was it, December 12th fight? Was that when he was going to fight? I can't remember. No, December 5th, right? Same day as Errol Spence, Danny Guys. I don't think we're going to see a Tyson Fury fight over here at Royal Albert Hall, wherever it was supposed to be. I think this is going to get legal. And I do think we are going to see a Wilder Fury 3 before we see Joshua Fury or Fury versus anyone. But what did you guys make of that Deontay Wilder thing? I found it very strange. Again, big Deontay Wilder fan, but I feel like you've just jumped on the bandwagon of all these people accusing Tyson Fury of tampering with his gloves. But look, I don't know. That's the thing, right? Everyone will be like, no, he didn't tamper with his gloves. I don't know. Boxers do tamper with their gloves. We've seen it. Again, I'm a huge Miguel Cotto fan. Margarita tampered with his gloves. Fact, tampered with his gloves. And Mosley or Nazim Richardson caught him second time round trying to do something. So it happens. So everyone's screaming that it would never happen. It happens. He's even accused Ricky Hatton of trying to pull it down. Like he actually put up video clips of Ricky Hatton trying to pull the glove down. I don't know, man. I could make a whole video on this, but time is of the essence. All right, let's talk about some boxing. Let's talk about the results from Matchroom's card first at Wembley Arena. Let me quickly get that up. Poor undercard, wasn't it? Poor. One of the poorest undercards for a pay-per-view event I've seen in a long time. Remember, pay-per-view event. Again, I'm very much of the belief that people only pay their pay-per-view for the main event. You don't pay it for the undercard, but regardless, you want better. You want better. Let's quickly give you some results. So Ramla Ali obviously won her fight. I mean, what is that girl doing in the ring with Ramla Ali? God, what was that? I'm not sure. I feel like that girl that Ramla was fighting, I swear to God, I've seen better girls in my commercial weightlifting gym hit the bags. Much better footwork. That's what I think I've seen. But anyway, I'm a big fan of Ramla, so Ramla won that. Savannah Marshall beat Hannah Rankin, stopped her. Savannah Marshall's clearly got a bit of power, a bit of pop. Eddie Hearn is talking about, what's he doing? He's talking about Clarissa Shields sending tweets over. Clarissa Shields is like, send over the contract, forget the tweets, send over the contracts. I think I'd like to see Savannah have a couple more, to be honest with you. You don't just jump just from beating Hannah Rankin. I know she's got a world title now. You don't just go straight to the pound for pound, I think, best female boxer on the planet. You have to have a couple more in there. Amy Tinlin and Carly Skelly was a draw. Tommy McCarthy got the win over Bilal Lagoon. Lee Selby lost, split decision, but I thought he lost, wasn't split for me. I just thought he lost to George Cambasos. I don't know what happens with Lee now. And Derek Chisora got beat by Alexander Usyk, and that's the fight we're going to talk about. Scores on the doors first. I gave Chisora, because I know there was a lot of thing after with Tony Bellew thinking it could have gone Chisora's way. And I think even Dave Caldwell, who I respect a lot, thought the same thing. I think Eddie Hearn had it close. I probably only gave Chisora 3 rounds. And I'm a big Chisora fan. I think obviously everyone gave him round 1. I think I gave him a share of round 2. I think round 9, I can't remember. But all right, maybe 3, maybe 4 rounds. That's it. I can't, for the life of me, understand Tony Bellew's his friend. But I can't for the life of me understand where they think Chisora won that. No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, again, I get it. When you're watching a fight and you want someone to win, this is the thing, I guess, right? When you want someone to win and you're a fan of that person, you're going to find rounds. You're going to find spots. And, I think he might have got that one. No, he didn't. He didn't. And that's difficult, right? Because, again, Caldwell, Bellew, they're all very close to Chisora. But no, he didn't. Usyk, I think, again, I had him winning 8 rounds to 4, 9 rounds to 3, maybe, honestly. And again, that round that I shared, I mean, it could be 10-2. That's how dominant I thought Usyk was. I thought Chisora was game. I thought Chisora done what I thought Chisora was going to do, which is try and rough him up. But you've got to be, like, if you try and rough someone up and you can't sting them, then you've got to rough them up for 12 rounds, and you've just got to be, like, outworldly fit to do that, and he isn't that. He stung Usyk a couple of times, right? The first round, I mean, Usyk was like, what the fuck is this? But Usyk got in his groove and just done what he could do. Like, just literally done what he could do. Like, almost see what Chisora's doing. He spanned Chisora around a couple of times. Just good boxing. He's just a very, very elite level boxer. And that's what it was. And for as biggest and strong as Chisora's never been that one punch guy. Right? So he landed a couple on Usyk, but maybe it's testament to Usyk's chin, which we've not really spoken about, but Chisora isn't that one punch guy. He's not, right? He's not going to hurt you like that. We've never ever thought of him as a Wilder or a Joshua or anything like that. Or even maybe guys like F.A. Jagba that looks like he can punch. Chisora isn't that. Chisora is going to rough you up. And look, if he catches you clean, yeah, he might hurt you, but he's not an elite level power puncher. And I think that's what was lacking. Like, he done what I thought he was going to do, but he just couldn't hurt Usyk. Like, he had to dent Usyk early. Maybe that was the plan. Dent him in the first couple of rounds and then see. He couldn't dent Usyk, and then Usyk just started, and I know people don't seem to like this phrase, but it's true. Usyk started going through the gears. And I thought he actually took his foot off the gas in round, I think it was 7 going into 8. And that's why I think I gave Chisora round 9, where I thought Usyk could have maybe stopped him, hurt Chisora. I think it was the end of round 7 or 8, hurt him. Chisora looked like he was out. I think I tweeted it. But then I feel like he just took the foot off the gas. Like, I think if it was a case of he had to get a stoppage, I think Usyk could have got a stoppage. He could have got a stoppage. But yeah, it's strange corner work from Chisora's people as well. Like, this is, I guess, the benefit of no crowd. You can kind of listen to what advice is going on in the corner. And I don't know, who were those corner people? Like, who are they? Like, I was asking this in the lead up to this fight. Who's training Chisora? I was listening to a bit of Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte was on BBC Radio 5 Live with Steve Bunce and I can't remember who the other guy's name is, but Dillian Whyte was talking, and Dillian Whyte kept on talking about Chisora's corner. Like, who are these people? They are MMA people. They're not boxing people. They're giving Chisora the worst advice ever. And look, I don't know if any advice would have helped Chisora, if I'm honest with you, but yeah, you do want boxing people in that corner. You do. Yeah. Chisora was still fight. 10 losses. He wasn't expected to win, and he didn't get beat up that badly, so he'll still crack on. There's money out there in the heavyweight division now. That's it. If he got stopped or put down, then he loses some stock. That didn't happen, so Chisora will crack on and have loads of more fights. Look, he was giving out fucking Five Guys burgers to all of them. Normally, after a tough fight, you're done, you're flat on your back. He was out talking to Usyk, so he's fine, he'll fight. For Usyk, and I think this is the bigger question, like, did we see enough of Usyk there against a big heavyweight to think, okay, this guy could do something against Joshua, could do something against Fury, right? I feel like we should stop just talking about those two. I know he wants a world title fight and he's Joshua's mandatory, but there are other heavyweights within that, and I feel like I would like to see him, if White can get past Povetkin in that rematch, then why not that? If Joseph Parker can get past his fight, why not that? I'd like to see a Michael Hunter rematch. So there are other fights out there. I think people keep saying things like, Joshua and Fury will sleep easy. Well, it's not like he's having one more fight and then retiring. There are other heavyweight fights out there. Like, for example, I don't think he's going to get the Joshua fight immediately, especially if it is Joshua Fury, fingers crossed. So he's going to have to fight someone. So it'll be good to see him fight other heavyweights that can move a bit better. I think Michael Hunter's a better mover than Derek Chisora. Not as big, so maybe that's a problem, but I'd like to see that rematch. Joseph Parker's the interesting one. I really would like to see Joseph Parker Usyk. Again, Joseph Parker, a bit faster, right? A lot lighter than Chisora. Heavier hands, some people say as well, and less damage, right? He hasn't got as much wear and tear on his body, so that'll be a good fight as well. So, overall, decent fight. Really bad card. I know Dave Allen wasn't on the card, so that takes away from it, but it's going to be against Lovejoy anyway. So, yeah, it wasn't going to be the greatest card. So, yeah, disappointing for that to be a pay-per-view card. But again, I think people are paying for the event. All right, let's go to stateside. Gervonta Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz. Fantastic fight. Brilliant fight. It really was a brilliant fight. Leo Santa Cruz is such a like beautiful boxer to watch. He reminds me of Jorge Linares, his style. So sharp. You can tell he's been drilled on what he's supposed to do since he was probably about 5 years old. Like he throws and immediately covers up. Throws to the body, immediately covers up. Does everything right, but just doesn't do everything like this is not, I'm trying to be kind to him here. There's nothing special he does, but he does everything perfect. Like everything's a good 7 out of 10. Nothing's a 9 or a 10 out of 10. Does that make any sense? So he's sharp, but he's not super fast. Right? He's got decent power, but not electric. He's close. And that's probably why he's not an elite level boxer. He's a very, very good boxer, but not elite level. And that's why I think Gervonta Davis started eventually walking through his punches. You know what's funny about that fight? That fight was at 130. For those guys, looked a lot bigger than Loma. And he fought at 135 recently. There is something about Mike Tyson with Gervonta Davis, isn't there? The way he kind of just tries to walk through you to land his punches. Very much reminds me. And that uppercut was very reminiscent of Mike Tyson. And he tried to land that uppercut. He did land it a couple of times. But he's very lucky that Leo doesn't have power. Because Gervonta Davis gets caught too much for me. Got caught a lot today. I haven't seen the punch stats, but Leo landed some crisp, clean shots. And if Leo had a lot more power, for example, say it was Teofimo power, right, and that's the fight we've been talking about, then he's in trouble. He's in trouble. So they've got to work on that. It's almost like for longevity in the sport, and he's been in the sport a while, right? 24 fights, 23 knockouts now. So he's already starting to build up a good resume. But for longevity, you can't fight like that, where it's a case of I'm just gonna walk through to land my own. You've got to have a bit more better boxing ability and IQ than that. But the punch that landed was just clean. And that's why I feel sorry for Leo, because up until that fight, I don't know how you guys were scoring it, but I could have had a case for Leo being up there. Honestly, I think maybe 3-2 Leo, maybe even 4-1. I thought Leo was just doing the better work, but he didn't have that. He doesn't have the X factor to keep Gervonta off. And eventually he started just going always, like from round 4 onwards, this guy is always backtracking to the ropes, where watch rounds 1, 2, and 3, it's kind of centre of the ring action. Rounds 4, he's always on the ropes, 5 always on the ropes, and 6 went back to the ropes and bang. That felt like the first proper fight we've seen so far since lockdown, just because there were a crowd there. Not a lot, but enough. And it felt just to hear the noise of the crowd. And I'm telling you, for a lot of people, especially even boxers, have said, crowds don't make a difference in terms of the boxer's mentality. Yes, it does. Because there was a couple of times there where the crowd was screaming as they were both going toe-to-toe. I think it was round 4 or 5. There was a time when they're literally going toe-to-toe. And they were going toe-to-toe because the crowd was going mad. So it definitely does help having a crowd there. But good win for Gervonta. Will he stay at 130? If he does, obviously there are guys at 130 that can make good fights. There is a lot of talk about Gary Russell Jr. moving up to 130. It's a good fight. Miguel Bichelt's there. Oscar Valdez. Them two are going to meet. But if not, then there are fights there. I'd love to see the Bichelt fight. But if not, then look, we know what's there and there at 135, right? There's a lot of money and a lot of fights at 135. I just don't know if they can happen because of this PBC versus DAZN versus Top Rank thing. We've seen DAZN and Top Rank do business. Not too much PBC, I don't think, and Top Rank and DAZN. So good win for Gervonta. Unlucky Leo. If Leo had that power, that fight's different, but he doesn't. So unlucky. Another good knockout, or another good stoppage. Inoue versus Maloney, the monster Inoue. We haven't seen him fight since Daenerys about a year ago. Yeah, it was about a year ago. That was easy work for him. Sorry, that was easy work. First round, yeah, all right. Maloney looking sharp. And after that, he felt Maloney's punches. So it's not just a case of he's a monster that he throws leather. He's a monster that he swallows leather as well. Because Maloney landed a couple, he felt them, walked through him, like literally stalking him, walking him down, and just started landing crisp. he landed so many beautiful short uppercuts where he just doesn't even turn his body, just bang. So he's not even generating that much power, but it's just so clean. And Maloney just didn't want to know. Credit to Maloney, he tried, he was game. But then that straight right down the pipe that ended the fight, he's just got everything. He's got everything. Fast feet, fast hands. If he's got a chin as well, then good luck to anyone trying to like beat that, because he literally has everything. So yeah, good win for Inoue as well. All right, shall we quickly run through any news? A lot here about Deontay Wilder. I might make a separate video, you know. Why not? We might make a separate video. Let's have a look. Yeah, White slams Chisora's corner. He needs proper boxing coaches. Agreed. Look, again, I don't know how much difference that would have made, because we are talking about Usyk here, but he does need proper boxing coaches, 100%. A lot here on Gervonta Davis. Again, it's a big win. It's a big win. It's just what next now? He does look, as much as I want to see him versus Teofimo, he does look small. I know they call him the tank, but his frame is small. Like Teofimo's frame's massive. So I don't know if that fight will happen. I mean, look, I'd like to see it at 135, but I think he's going to be undersized for Teofimo. I think Teofimo could stop him, personally, just because he looks wide open and he does just come in. But look, we saw the power. He could clean out Teofimo as well. A good win for Regis Prograis. Beat Juan Heralda, stops him in 3. I didn't see the result. I'm guessing Gassiev destroyed Seferi, but I didn't see the result, but I'm guessing he did. Let's have a quick look, actually. All right, Gassiev. It's weird how no one's really talking, but then again, no one's talking about him because we haven't seen him for bloody ages. Okay, first round KO. Oh, what a waste of a fight that is. Yeah, I don't think there's much. Okay, yeah, more about this Deontay Wilder. I mean, that's a big accusation, you know, to say that Fury's gloves were loaded. It's a big, big accusation. Like, you need serious proof. Do you know what I mean? You can't just be throwing that around. You need serious proof. So I don't know. And again, what you said about Breland as well. I mean, do you know? Boy, I'm not sure, man. Again, got to check in on your boy Wilder, man, people. You got to check in on your boy. I don't know. Just trying to see if there's any more stuff to talk about, people, before we finish up. Let's quickly end on this Lovejoy thing. Obviously, Lovejoy was supposed to fight Dave Allen, and he was asked by Eddie Hearn, do you have any management requires? Are you under any contract with anyone? And he's like, no. And then, lo and behold, Don King is still around. Don King has a contract with him that hasn't expired, and Don King refused to let him fight. How the fuck do people still sign with Don King? Like, do people not watch videos? I guess it's just how desperate people are to get a contract with someone. But do people not listen to the stories and watch the videos about how many people Don King has literally just destroyed financially over the years? How many people he has taken the piss out of, and people still sign with him? Very, very strange. But look, Dave Allen disappointed. But Eddie Hearn's got what, 3 cards? 3? Yeah, 3 cards left. 4 cards if you count Billy Joe Saunders, Martin Murray, but 3 pay-per-view cards, I believe. No, Katie Taylor's not pay-per-view, surely. That card's not pay-per-view. So 2 more pay-per-view cards. So Dave Allen's got loads of opportunities to fight. All right, guys, peace and love.